Okay.
Hey, what's up? This DIY with Jay. I got my big bro here, trucking in Miami, and we're gonna talk to y'all about these gas prices going on. This fight, this little conspiracy theory. They round four is very important news because we just spent like $400 in gas, and it's only Wednesday. All
right. Okay. All right now. Every 18 years, well, excuse me, not 18 years, but pretty much every 18 months, they jack the gas prices up. I don't know if it's, I really can't really say, but because I can say like the last week, yeah, like my brother just said, we spent $400 in gas. And, the prices at the pump is, ridiculous. I mean, who's paying $3.19 for some 93% gas? You know what I'm saying? That 90. You know what I'm saying? That 93, you paying $3.17. That don't make no sense. I mean, it's not, feasible. The last, I'll say, was it? Remember what they said, we got the stimulus, but something I say they giving the money away too fast. Well, here's the truth. They're going to get that money on the end because everybody's been locked down for a year. And the moment we start to stick our head out the door and want to go out and have fun, they're taking the restrictions off. It's kind of like Labor Day or 4th of July or, any other seasonal point of the year where, they jack up the prices for some reason. I mean, we went looking for a pallet jack. The cheapest pallet jack I found was $444.
They usually run. What do pallet jacks usually be running for?
Oh, now pallet jacks normally like this, you can get one for like $250. You know what I'm saying? And if you're an old cat like me, you can get it for even cheaper than that because you get to use your senior discount. But $440 something for a pallet jack? Come on, that's ridiculous. And then when I called Northern Tools, I called Home Depot, Lowe's. You know what they told me? Now each of I could see if one told me to, that, but all three places, and better yet, I'm one of those curious brothers. So I called the corporate office, and they told me the same thing too. Back order, about 2,000 of them. Now, I asked the man. I said, "So what y'all saying? Was those supplies on that boat that got over there in Egypt?" One of the cats actually said, "Yeah." And that would, I was like, really? Come on. Are you guys gonna, any incident in the world y'all gonna try to capitalize on? I mean, yeah, that was a freight ship, but it didn't have the world supplies on it. It was one boat. But it gave them reason to jack up all the prices everywhere. Now, in the next couple months, we're gonna see some outrageous prices. Someone told me they were talking about charging $4.25 for some milk, a gallon of milk. Now, if milk was gonna cost that, how much is gas gonna be? That's the daggone thing there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, my bad. That's the crazy part, right? And it's something you told me and I thought that made so much sense. You was like, because we've been locked down for a while. Now everybody that was missing out on money over the last year got to get their money back. So they're gonna find a reason for just start.
Yep, all these companies, yeah.
They're gonna find a reason to get
you guys got to watch it, yeah. Because what's the name of that company that just had the oil crisis? They said they had the hack.
Colonial
They claimed
Pipeline.
they had the alleged hack.
Yeah, Colonial Pipeline cyber attack.
Okay,
gas prices top $3 now.
Now I said that's right here. Won't they go ahead and send in a Senate committee to do internal investigation on and see if that's true? Because there's been so much price gouging, and we will see in the next couple months, because you're here on CNN, these big wigs talking about, like this, he just got $150,000 daggone bonus for his hard work the last 3 months. All he did was raise the prices. That's his little 10% or 5%.
Yeah, that's the 10%. He raised the price, hit the switch on you.
Yes, they right now they beating us. I'm waiting for BP, British Petroleum. I'm waiting for them to come up with something. Cause you know what, like this, we had just came out of was it Katrina. We had just came out of Katrina. And you know, like this, we recovering real good, people moving around like this. Oh, okay, let's go ahead and we got an oil rig that ran ashore. How the hell the motherfucker ran ashore? Did the boat captain, how I said, go to jail or anything like this? All that stuff was quiet down real quick. All they did was jack up the daggone prices. Nobody want to focus on what happened to him. All we was worried about what happened with the prices. Now, was that stuff really, how I said, was it orchestrated? All I can ask anybody on that right there is, how long have you lived in America?
To think that it wasn't orchestrated.
Okay, thank you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we've been on reality TV for the last 4 years and haven't been getting paid. And really, that's what the stimulus for. Yeah. That's what they probably trying to, how to say, you know, they don't realize we just giving them a kickback for being on Donald Trump show. Because that's, I mean, pretty much what it been.
You're right. So tell me this, for the last week, we've been Virginia, North Carolina, back to Virginia, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you got it as a dedicated route, what's the benefits, do you think, from the dedicated route, and what's the downfalls?
Well, the downfalls is, well, it's you know the area you're going to work in. You know the area like this, you know you're going to be in and everything. But like this, is always another driver overlapping also like this if you're doing a repeated route. If it's a big one, you know, if you have more than 7 stops like this, 9 out of 10, they're going to take one of the routes, one of the stops, and give it to another driver, or give him two stops. And the problem with that is they always have them come in earlier before you, and what they leave is what you take. But the problem is they got to understand, if they take all the material, if they can fit it on their truck for those 2 stops, let's do that. That way, like this, they conserving gas and we conserving gas. Because we can go to our stops, they can go to their stops like this, and ain't no, you know, no mishaps.
I know, cause I'm like, when we talk in the morning sometime, and you be like, I got Danville, I got this, and I be looking at the little Amazon app, and I'm like, dang, you be on the money. And I know that we talked about it need to be very, it's important that you show up on time with Amazon and stuff, and you making sure you got the A+.
Oh yes, like this. If you're not tedious on a task like this, you will fall on your, you know what? It's the bottom line. You know what I'm saying? Because a minute late is a minute late. They're not on time. You know what I'm saying? They're paying for it to be there either early or right on time. But a minute late is a minute late. And how I say, they affect your rating. And if it affects your rating, it affects your pocket. So you have to think about this right here. If you want to make that money, you have to be on time. You have to be, what they call it, a bit on Martian time. Because like this, all the other times like this, they don't work. You know what I'm saying? Put your clock ahead 30 minutes like this and live by that. At least you know you'll never be late.
It's facts. Like to this day, I still do that. I'm at least like, everything's set at least like 10 minutes. And I don't know if it's at a structured time, but everything on me, like 10 minutes. So even like sometimes I'm late, oh, I remember like it's 10 minutes. I got 10 minutes to kill.
I'd rather be early than late.
Exactly.
Oh, come on. We learned that growing up.
Right.
Dinner time. What happens? You come to the table late, you go,
yeah,
you the one with the small plate.
Listen, it was funny that I know, like I laughed at it, but you were serious about it. You were like, yo, I'm here early. Ain't nobody there. You know what I mean? I hear people coming and going. It sound like people coming and going. Tell them about the time you got to that stop and you was there by like, what, 20, 30 minutes early? And if they was there, you know what I mean? If they was there,
oh man, yeah.
And be gone.
Yeah, I had a B2B to Roanoke, and it was like a music store. And here's the thing about it. You know, I was there early, you know, and make it so bad like this, I didn't call you until I parked. And I had drove around the block like 3-4 times looking for the place because it was an old church. They had turned it into a music place. So I'm like, okay. You know, I parked in the back, and and I sat there, and like I said, I was still 30 minutes early. So really, I was like 45 minutes early. So I'm there, and I'm just waiting and waiting. Like I was like, okay, it's not 9 o'clock yet. So when 9 o'clock come, I'm like this. I'm like, all right, and I keep on hearing stuff back there. I think someone's in the building, but actually it wasn't. It was the noise from across the street and from the other buildings. But I still, I'm like, okay, I'm still hearing things back there. So I called the number on the wall like this, and talked to the lady that her business. She wasn't in the state. She wasn't even in the state. Had no idea that she had a delivery coming, and so we had to call the building manager, and he tells me I'll be there in 25 to 15 minutes. Then he stopped and said, no, it'd be about 25 to 30 minutes. I was like, he said, you can leave it if you want to. I said, no, all packages must be delivered. Here, now listen to this part right here. It's a key thing. Because I get mad at people who be dropping their stuff on the load. You know what I'm saying? They get the stuff from Amazon, they take it to the stop, and they just throw it on the dock and they leave. But here's the key: you get penalized. Your rating get penalized. You may think you don't got away with something, think you're getting away early or trying to stay on time. No, it's you have to meet and greet. You have to see and acknowledge the postal employee, and then you can leave. Because if you don't, it's still your ball. You still carrying it. Okay. And somebody come back there and steal it, they ain't gonna look at the postal people, they're gonna look at you. You the one with the truck at that. So think about it.
Right. Exactly. Man. Yeah. So it would been cool catching up with you, Turk. We're gonna talk again. But I just wanted to make sure that these people like you, bro, because you real knowledgeable about this trucking game, and you got a lot of jewels to drop to them about how to be successful at it as an owner operator. And we just out here trying to bless in your glory. You know what I mean? We trying to get a little bit of that sunshine from you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I want y'all shine too, but I appreciate that love.
All right. Hey, this DIY with Jay. It's Trucking in Miami, and we out.